That's because it's not on, you stupid moron. And now we're here. All right. Okay. Given this actually should not be the real actual thing, but this is in tandem with it. So how about we talk about the prices yet again? Because I didn't actually throw in the kicker. So we found out that it's $30. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure the game is either $60 to $70, depending on which one. I would just say, hey, if you're a part of Switch 2, then you done clucked up. You done clucked it, man. Like, why are you getting the Switch 2 version? I'm just saying, why would you get it? Come on now. Well, I get it. I don't have a Switch 2 yet. The system that they're pairing it with is not Pokemon centric, so that means no, I'm not gonna go get it. But here's the good kicker. The kicker is this is that when it comes to the games, we're talking about all the games. In the end of it all, think about how it is back in the day. If you buy one game, you're only to have one save. So if you want multiple saves, you have to buy multiple games. Given technically nowadays you can easily just back up all the copies into your computer, but I'm talking about an actual legit way to do it, which is you have lots of cartridges, you have a bunch of freaking games, you have a bunch of saves on those games. So that's it. You see the messed up issue here. And what's the new one that is kind of like a saving grace? And I guess you kind of can say thank you, fans, for being jerks and making the COO or CEO cry of Pokemon. Good job. But however, it was going to happen either way. The only difference is that Let's Go Pikachu most likely would still exist. Yep. Sword and Shield would most likely still be a 3DS game. And the real showstopper would most likely be I would think Legends Arceus. Pokemon Legends Arceus would be the original game for the Switch because they noticed that the Switch actually is something. They were actually working on the Switch. So they most likely will be even crazier or even wilder than it was before. 'Cause like, yeah, it's like people have some issues with Pokemon Legends Arceus, and it's like, oh, well, if you guys didn't push them to put it on the Switch and you would have been patient, perhaps we actually would have had a better version of Even Legends Arceus where you can't complain to it at all. And as for Pokemon Shining Pearl, Red and Diamond, I don't know. We might be still screwed on that. Or we could actually be kind of okay. Considering, they didn't have to make the DLC for Sword and Shield because it's just the game. It's the 3DS. They won't actually have any DLC for the of Sword and Shield, and even if they did for the 3DS, I have to say that because people are gonna get, you know, they might have it for the 3DS. They might have DLC for it, and that would be like unbelievable. But I don't think they would do it. The Switch is the one that brought DLC. So when it comes to Sword and Shield, they most likely will still have things going on to where it has everything. So So anyway, Sword and Shield is on the Switch. We also have Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. We have Legends of Arceus, and we have Scarlet and Violet, and of course we have Legends ZA. All of them, you're able to save multiple saves on one console. You're able to have 8 saves, if I'm correct. Is that cool or what? 8 saves. So practically, let's stop the whole thing of being like, oh, $100 or $100. Oh my gosh, oh, $100. But let's look at this. Sword and Shield, the DLC was 30. I bought it for 60, I think. Yeah, so $90. I have, for me, I have 3 saves, which means I have $30 each. $30 each for each one of them. However, now if we go with 8 and it's 90, That means that you paid $11.11 repeating. Awesome. Don't you think that's awesome? Yeah, really, really awesome. The words like, you see, excuse me. You see, oh wait, sorry, I did that in nine. Sorry about that. I calculated nine, not calculated eight. My bad. 1 second. So let's see, and then you have it is 11. Yeah, it's 11, isn't it? You know, and then yeah, it's repeating because it's 90, not 80. So yeah. So there you go. I mean, $11 each, and that's just only for the DLC because the DLC is only in one, and you're only able to have a family of eight or eight accounts in one. So for the next one, which you don't have the DLC, that means that it would be even more. You can stretch it even more, but that would be 60 versus 90. Yes, I know. We're doing math in the morning. So when we get to this one, which personally for me, even though it'll just be three of them, because again, I just have only three. That means that instead I would pay $33.33 for all of them because I have three freaking saves. While in a few span, how many do I have? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, whatever. It's like so plus three. I have so many saves that basically takes the 100 and just tears it to be like to where it's like I'm paying like less than $10 because y'all guys had to force them to put it on Switch, which this would already be on the Switch anyways. So the moral of the story is very simple, where it's like if you are just playing on one save and one save only, then yes, you're a damn sucker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but yes, you are a fucking sucker. I can say that, right? I think I can say that. Yes. And you need to have multiple saves. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, if you just have one save, you're playing it and it's only you and you're not actually exploring and doing multiple saves, then you're just dooming yourself at the end. I mean, yes, later on you could do it, but however, when you start it to now, you just you kind of just doomed yourself. You doomed yourself to where it's like you're not actually spending proper money. You invested $100, and yes, you can replay it, but it's like anyone can pick up a cartridge to replay the game and erase it. Anyone can do that. I can get that right now with a let's say Pokemon Yellow and put it back in, erase the save, and now, oh, look, I'm doing the same thing you're doing. Versus you can keep your save and then you have many other saves that you can start. You have to think smart, not think single minded because the Switch gave us so much and no one actually talks about it. Yes, the Switch gave us so much and it's great. Yes, it's great. It's like I have one for each one now. It's like, yeah, in my main one, it's like I have a fire type where I'm like, I picked the fire starter on this one, I picked the water starter on this one, and I picked the grass starter on this one. Versus what I used to be do, which I'm like, okay, you can only have two. And if you're lucky, we might have a third game, and then you can pick the third one. So yeah, it's like sometimes that blew up in my face, and other times it's like, dude, I don't want to try Embor. Dude, I don't want to do Embor at all. It's like, yeah, it's like ones that are easy to just say, I don't need to do this. I don't need to actually play for this starter. It's like some starters can be skipped. Even Bulbasaur can be skipped. Bulbasaur, I know. People are gonna be like, dude, you're dissing Bulbasaur. It's like, yeah, Bulbasaur can be this. I dislike having to play Leaf Green, and I picked Bulbasaur. I just disliked it, but well, I made it work at the end. I made it work. Anyone else is like, yeah, I know. I'm just starting to go. I think, yeah, of course, I had to restart once. That's the thing. Like again, I restarted. And it's like, yeah, for Diamond, I restarted. First, I had Pipluck. It wasn't really good. And then I went with Turtwig, which was pretty awesome. It's like, yeah, it's like, there we go. We're good. And then Unova is like something where too bad I can't actually be good with Embor. I couldn't actually enjoy it. So Black 2, White 2 is like it's the same that happened before. It's the same repeat. That's how it goes. And then Kelos region, I didn't really get to do anything because there's only two of them. It's like, yeah, it's like it sucks. It's like there's only two of them. And then the grass starter kind of actually made me a little bit like, oh, never mind. Oh, no, thank you. Like the middle form is horrible. The middle form is just not worth it. Please don't. I wish you rewrote that. Uh, Oshawott final form was kind of a shocker too. Samurott, yeah, that was kind of a shocker. And I thought that in Legends they would have been cool enough to be like, oh well, we're gonna change him, and then ta-da, there we go. Alola region was okay. Yeah, Alola region's okay, but I do have to say the whole thing of if you have a final evolution and basically it is supposed to be a girl, then you're gonna have to switch things up and make the girl 87.5, and then the guy is 12.5. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that one sucks. And I'm like, oh, well, then that means in the later games, you will give him a masculine version, right? You'll give him an actual version that's worth to have him. No, still you're doing this? Well, I'll make sure I knock out every single Pabaleo I see that's a boy. Just knock them all out. But yeah, you see what I'm talking about. The fact of where it's like you can actually enjoy every single starter and don't have to delete any of your games because you can make as many, you know, mount accounts you can. You can make as many logins as you can. So there's a new starter. There's a new one. There's another new one. There's a new one. You'll hopefully be able to sustain eight of them, but I'm like, that was just nothing but pure like you can make eight of them, but I'm pretty sure making eight of them and you're gonna play all these games. I made it to I think I made it to Scarlet and Violet when I had no choice but to get a SD card. So if it's eight accounts, you can understand that. And you have the DLC. Oh, you most likely from the start need to actually have an SD card, a terabyte SD card, and hope because I don't even know what's going to happen with Legends Z8, but you would hope that you're able to make it through. It's like, yeah, you're gonna hope that you can. Other than that, at least the good news is that again, you look at this $100, it was any different. I mean, PlayStation 4, it's or 5, it's crazy where you're like, yeah, and I guess you could make multiple accounts for your PlayStation 5 too. I guess it's nothing new. However, even so, I'm pretty sure no one really cares to do that. And for Nintendo, you don't have to have an account. Well, if you want, actually, no, you don't even need to do that for DLC. You can just have one, and the rest of them are all good. If you have ones that's across like 8 switches, then you're gonna have to need a Nintendo account and link all of them together. But if you have it in one system, you're able to actually access the DLC without having a Nintendo account. Awesome. But I'm pretty sure other hand, in the other hand, I think for Xbox Series X and also PlayStation 5, I bet it's really kind of hard to do things, right? I think no, I think you can play a game with it. Yeah, I think pretty sure you can play a game like that. I'm pretty sure you could. However, even though you could play a game like that, I don't know. There could be issues. There could be lots of issues. Anyways, I'm just saying, my final thought is that having to pay $100 for this game is not the end of the world. The end of the world is being stuck with one cartridge, one save, and that's it. Other than that, all I can tell you is that you might be playing it wrong and you're doing things wrong if you actually have $100 and you're just playing on one account only. You need to make multiples. That's how you can actually make your money actually stretch real good. The playability will be even better because you did process on the game. Yeah, thank you. You did process on the game. But even though you did process on the game, you just gonna erase it all to do it all over again versus, perhaps you can actually do lots and lots of saves. Either way, what you want to do. I'm just saying this actually is a decent deal because you're able to have multiple saves.